Oh hey there. It's me Tanner. As always, thank you for watching this video, and if you like it then be sure to destroy that little button, send it into oblivion. Also, I have a free gift before I get into whatever I am programmed to speak today. Wikipedia is a great source of general information, but always remember this bit of advice. Wikipedia is used to get the sources and citations needed for your inquiry. Wikipedia is not, however, the main source of information. It is simply an encyclopedia, an aggregate of sources, and I cannot stress this enough, general information on a subject. Using Wikipedia as your main source is plagiarism, and that is a crime punishable by fines and even jail time. Well, with all of that being said, thank you for watching, and let's get into the main event of the evening. Have you ever noticed that some people, no matter what trouble they get themselves into, somehow as if it was just another day, fails upwards, often in a better place than they were before? Part of me wants to engage in acts of envy, but I don't. Why? The answer is simple. It does no good to be excessively sensitively envious for no reason other than to stroke my pride and ego. Whenever I get this bug in my brain, I often just forget everything that I can in that moment. I developed this as a coping mechanism to my crippling anxiety. And I gotta say, it low-key works. However, take some sage advice when I say you must be sure to never fully dissociate yourself from a situation, as you risk not only psychological harm but complete dissolution of the self. That being said, sometimes it feels good to appreciate the inexplicable determination that seemingly resonates off of some people. It is quite a feat to exist in this state of mind, and should be a goal we could all strive for. For these people are what we call absurdist heroes, where one realizes that there is nothing to this life yet they keep moving forward. These people are the living, breathing embodiment of the character Sisyphus. For me, whatever this is about power. Furthermore, it is about how and which ways power is distributed. I advocate for a solution to the steep hierarchy we consistently have to contend with, the centralization and eventual elimination of the power structures as we know them. In simpler words, flatten the hierarchy, make it more egalitarian for all and not just one or two people. However, since this is idyllic, we instead have to work with what we have. So the question remains, what is to be done? Talk to your god and neighbors. I'm serious. If you want to make the world a better place, the first thing you have to do is have help. And what a coincidence that you have a bunch of neighbors. Always remember, helping people helps you. Our society has zero sense of collective spirit. Our nation has no labor parties. Unions have been eviscerated in the last 3 decades. And our society has for the first time in a while become completely atomized. We assess this information and are told that everything is completely normal. Yep, we are told that everything is the same as it ever was. Same as ever was. Same as it ever was. We exist in the wage cages, toiling away at our lives. For in exchange for money we will sell our very souls. We accept these terms and condition, assuming that everything will be fine. What happens when things are not fine? Collective bargaining begins, and this usually terrifies your bosses. You see, this contract we signed guaranteed at the very least fair pay, and yet time and time again, as many of my friends point out, this is simply a lie to shove us back into the shops so they can remain open. I should remind you that this contract you agreed to means nothing outside of your workplace. The point of contention begins as soon as you feel the contract has been broken or hasn't been followed. Again, what is to be done? Well, thankfully there are a few options depending on the circumstances, but this video is not about those methods, perhaps another time. Our society, the one in which we live under, has existed within this class dynamic since the beginning of the Babylonians and the Phoenicians. And yet, we as the lower caste persist in the struggle to improve our life by any means necessary. It is said we existed in the age of monsters. And this was the case. But eventually all things must pass. We are no longer in the age of monsters, that was an age of no care and vile intentions making their appearance. We have since dropped the pretense that we are concerned with our fellow man. We are in the age of schadenfreude, where we inflict pain for our collective pleasure. We are in the age of the sadist. Every chance we get we would personally let millions perish if that means that the dollars must flow. Lately this statement rings true, and yet, I am worried for us. Guns were the Promethean curse given to man by our own hubris and curiosity. We opened Pandora's Glock thinking we could handle it safely, and yet here we are, a mass shooting every day.